It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
Where am I?
What the hell am I? What are you guys doing here? Who brought me here? Oh no!
Why am I here?
Why am I here? Oh my god! Oh my god! He's up there! What the hell is he doing up there? Oh my god! He's in the box! He's in the box! What's in the box? And Chulo's in the box!
He's in the box.
He's in the box! Oh shit! Good morning, everybody. How the hell are you? What is up, dude? I didn't expect to have Jedi on here this morning, but Zero messaged me like 10 minutes ago and was like, dude, I don't know if I'm going to get there.
And I'm in the bullpen always. I'm always warming up in the bullpen.
I don't know if I'm going to get there or not. And freaking, I was like, okay, well, you know, if you can make it, make it. If you can't, don't worry about it. That's the way it always is. Shit. And he said he hadn't even left work yet. So I don't know if he's gonna make it or not, but we've got Jedi Master Lost in Space and Sci-Fi
Shellback. That's not Zero. I was going. Sorry, you're stuck with me this morning.
That's not Zero.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, it's not a crusty sock either.
Oh, Shellback, you gonna save something for Wednesday night for that, buddy?
Do you want to? I'll send you an invite. We can make this a circus this morning.
No.
Oh, shit. I have no problem doing that. If you want on it, Shellback, I'll be more than happy to throw you an invite. You can come up here and hang out this morning and be like, "What the hell, man?" Where's that crusty sock at? God.
He's
Good
still
morning,
stuck with
everybody.
Liar.
Sorry for the chaos. The room's in chaos. I expected it to be done. I didn't get quite finished with everything yesterday, so it's still just kind of like in limbo. There's no shit up on the shelves. The records are over here instead of being back there. The shelves have been moved, and God help me. Yeah, there's no crusty socks here. No crusty socks here. Did you wash them? Is that what happened? Did you run them through
Downy.
the extra downy through the washer? Holy shit.
He was in the lint trap Tuesday night.
So I'm gonna get shots later today, coming up at 10:40 later today. So in about 2 hours and 40 minutes. Yay! That's so great. Yeah. Shots in the fucking eyeballs.
Well, sorry, maybe you get some relief.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm hoping it works. I'm hoping that I can actually, like, in the next month, see out of my left eye. That would be really nice. That would be a bonus. That would be a boon.
That
to
would
actually
definitely
see clearly out of the eye. But now I can't see Jedi. I don't know where he went. He just poof, gone. U2 is being screwed again. I refresh and it's still saying waiting for Stone Loki. Is it not on?
Fan.
Then a beanie you should wear a fall hawk made. Well, I could do that, Walter. We could do that. We can do that. I could put 2 little speakers on each side of the buzzsaw. 2 little, speakers. What was that guy's name in Running Man? Dynamo.
Yeah. Dynamo.
Everybody else had was badass, and then we had underwear wearing Dynamo that was like whoa, la, 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 la.
Oh, that movie was classic. Here's last week's winners.
Here lies Sub-Zero. Now just plain Zero.
Yeah. I'll be back, Gillian.
And the stream starts out from under me. So sitting in the chat, Putin, I don't know what to say. Do you want up on the panel? Do you want an invite? I'll send you an invite. Shit. Oh my God. Okay, so why aren't we doing police video, Loki? Why are we talking about this? Because I figured this would be a good topic this morning. I didn't know Zero was going to be gone. So I didn't know, until like I said, 10 minutes before the stream. I appreciate him letting me know. I'm not bitching about that. I'm just saying, I figured we would be talking, Grand Theft Auto and PlayStation this morning, considering all the soy boys are coming out defending PlayStation. Gifted 1 Stone Loki membership. Thank you so very much, Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass. Guys, you guys keep the channel going with the memberships. Thank you so very much. Seriously. It is very much appreciated. This channel lives with those memberships. So it is very much appreciated. Just I-10 or just J10, just J10 has become a sponsor. Thank you so very much, Olds Gamer. This one is just for you guys. A little way to wake up. I'm sure Snowdub's sitting there going, what the hell is he going to play? What do you think I'm going to play?
Rise and shine, Snoop.
Rise and shine and a little skull and tuck and roll. The stream did not start. I was here and I had to guess and refresh to see you already started. Dude, YouTube is being such a pain in the ass.
Oh, yeah, they do.
For everybody that's like, oh my God, Loki, do Rumble. We're on Rumble. Do you know how much traffic we get on Rumble? We get 0 traffic because Rumble doesn't promote your shit. Rumble expects you to bring all of your people that watch your show. They expect you to bring all those over there. They're not going to promote your shit and get you. So, yes, YouTube developers suck. And Rumble needs to get on its game. Rumble could have taken over already. Rumble could have taken over the market already if they were half as smart as people act like they are. So, Jesus. Forget what it was like to take a vacation. Morning, dude. Good morning and happy vacation. If this is the start of your vacation, Mark, enjoy
Have fun.
it. Put your feet up, hang out, have a good time, or actually go on vacation. So I was talking to Mike about coming down there
Yep.
or going up there to South Carolina and hanging out with him for like a week at the end of October. We're going to see if that is going to happen.
That puts you close to me then. That puts you
Uh,
very, because he's in Carolina.
He's in South Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be even willing to load up and meet you halfway or go to where you're at.
Well, we're not going to have a car, so it's going to be like fly out.
Well, then I'd be driving my butt up to see you then if we could work something out in October. I'd really enjoy that. I do have one bit of good news. I broke 9,000 subscribers last night.
Congratulations.
Actually,
no, you've been like, you're like a short machine.
A short machine?
Yeah, you're like a short machine. You just boom, cranking out those shorts, kicking
carpet bombing them, carpet bombing the fucking program. The algorithm will not resist me.
Taking a short one, needed a break before the holiday season cranks up. Dude, I get it. I totally get it.
Everybody
doing vacation. They're doing all kinds of crazy shit with Eris and what she's got to do. Dude, we would so be there before that if the company she worked for just wasn't a bunch of dicks, because she's going to be flying out and she's going to be close to South Carolina for like 3 or 4 days. But the company that she works for won't let her like do anything but fly straight back here. So there's no like, and she can't take the next day off. So they're like, oh, absolutely not. You will not take the next day off. So she's got a window where we could be like, hey, we could go up there and spend 4 days there, and she's right there. So all I would have to do is catch a flight to South Carolina. Won't happen because they're douches. An idea of Stone, Loki, and Putin to start their own stream services using OBS. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that happen. Okay.
I don't know how to use OBS. So
OBS is easy. I'll show you. A lot of it is just auto setup, and then it's just a lot of, okay, well, click this to go in, click this to go out. And you can set up your screens. It's just, it looks more complicated than StreamYards, but once you get it, it's got.
I'll have to check it out. Okay.
Eris works for a bag of dicks, pretty much, except they're all the other kind. A bag of badges. There you go. Which pretty much is explain what's going on. Anyway, okay. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Pacific. Good morning, Snorty. Thank you guys so very much for being here. Jill, thank you for being here and wrenching. Thank you, all the wrenches, all the people that are here. Thank you so very much. It's good to see everybody. My Chan got canned. This is number 3. Dude, freaking YouTube. If it's not like one thing, see, this is the problem, right? So a lot of creators have enough problems just dealing with, like, honestly, douchebags in the community that care nothing but, themselves. YouTube's the same way. So is Rumble. So is Cake. So is it's bottom dollar. Nothing else matters. So it's not like we already have enough problems dealing with other people that are just, doing that everywhere you turn. But then you got to deal with the damn services that you use. Jedi's laughing because he knows exactly what I'm talking about. There's a lot of
there's more like there's that, and there's a lot of that nonsense in some of these communities. Let me tell you something, folks. There's always, you get a couple here and there that can cause enough drama to give everybody a digestive disorder.
So use Putin. What I figured out was just use StreamYards. Even if you don't pay for streamers, you can use a room in StreamYards and lock that into OBS and use that in OBS. so that it's using StreamYards in the background, and you're just like, you're not broadcasting through StreamYards, but you're using StreamYards and sharing StreamYards through OBS. That's the easiest way I know how to throw a guest on there and not pay anything. You're not paying it. Why don't you do that now, Loki? Because I'm not using OBS on this shitty ass computer. I'd have to be over there, and then it screws up the feng shui of everything that was the point of doing this in the first place. So, as a scene, yes. Yep. So, and then it's just a matter of running your intros through OBS or outros or whatever it is you're going to do, and use it as a scene. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, topics today. Topics. So I know you're not that big into the video game.
I will listen. You talk, and I will listen. And if I know something, I will chime in. If not, I'm just going to let you talk.
So I don't know how much you've heard about this.
What's this?
So there's a new Grand Theft Auto coming out. If anybody doesn't know about that, you've been hiding under a rock. Snowdub would say, under a rock. And this is like the biggest video game that's ever come out of all time. You're talking about, it's already made more money than any other video game ever has, just in pre-orders. And that has pissed off a lot of individuals because there's a $70 version and then there's a $100 version. The $100 version has content that is locked when you get the game. What does locked mean? It basically means it's paywall. So back in the guts of the game, you've got a true or false option. And if you didn't pay the $100, then that little true or false option says false. And you are locked out of access to part of the games that you purchased. If it says true, sense. That means your ass paid the $100 and you have access to parts of the game that you should have access to anyway. They're pissed about that. They're pissed about no disc. They're pissed about there's a lot of people that are pissed that Rockstar has gone the way it's gone and is basically like money, which I get. It's a corporation. Corporations want to make money, but this is kind of ridiculous. This is going to outsell every entertainment thing ever. So every movie, TV show, video game, consoles, this is going to outsell them all. This is the biggest entertainment launch in the history of entertainment. And but there's a leak.
Are they going to give you a disc? You're not going to get a hard copy either, right?
You're not going to get a hard copy.
Then
you're going to get
out before I was even in.
You're going to get a box with a code in it.
Fuck that. So
if you buy the game in the store, then you're going to get a box with a code, but they're not going to give you a disc. They're not going to give you anything to install the game.
I'm at the point they can take their box with their little codes. If I was I know they're going to start doing that with movies too. Eventually, they're pulling all the physical media.
They're pulling all the physical media.
So buy as much as you can when you can, and even old games, man. I mean, I'm not a gamer. And if you guys ever need something and see something, and if I see it at a flea market, tell me, I will get it and send it to you, and anything for content too, because the physical stuff, they are trying as many as I can get. I don't care even, and if it's older stuff, especially the older stuff, buy it, especially at yard sales, flea markets, estate sales, because eventually they're going to be like vinyl albums. You'll go into a flea market now and you'll find a vinyl album that used to be maybe $3 or $4, $30 now, folks.
$30 now.
I shit you not. I found the Beatles in moderately good condition at an indoor yard sale, and it was over $30. And my eyes dropped out of my head, and I kept walking.
Yeah, the Godzilla set, the original Godzilla set, record set that I got, which was like 3 or 4 years ago. I got all the original Heisei era Godzilla albums, all in one big set. That thing's like $2,500 now. I think I paid $400.
Wow!
And that's open. If you get one that's sealed, you're looking on eBay. You're looking at $5,000-$6,000.
It's at the low end.
Yeah, and that's at the low end for a record collection. Because they're just not going to do more of them.
Nope.
So hello, Joker. Good morning. Taking a
Joker.
moment at work to say hello.
It's
Hello,
worth a Google.
kiddies.
Which Joker do you like? Zach Galifianakis one from the Batman, the Batman movie, the Lego movie, or the other Joker that Chris, forgets his name, does it in the other anime? I actually met him at a con. He does the voice of the Joker in one of the other It's called Batman. It's a Lego Batman movie, but it's not the other. There's like two Lego Batmans, and he
Yeah.
played the Joker one. His first name's Chris. I forget his last name. Oh my god, he's a voice actor. And anyways, but those movies are great. I just was wondering if you like the Zach Galifianakis Joker better than the other one.
So Cesar Romero is my
All
my
time.
favorite from back in the 60s,
Of course.
obviously. Jack Nicholson has got to be my favorite Joker of all time. But Cesar Romero comes in second, and
Heath Ledger third.
Heath Ledger would be the third. So, and then you bury Mark Hamill at the bottom because he sucks a lot of. Yeah.
His attitudes made him an ugly human being to me, and his mouth. If he could have only shut his hole in his face and let us appreciate him for what he was. But no, they don't want to do that.
They've all got orange man bad syndrome.
Yep, they do. TDS.
Troy Baker does a decent. Yes, he does. And Batman Origins was not bad. There were a lot of people that gave that game shit. I love the opening to that game. I love the opening with the Carol of the Bells, but it's like Batman version of Carol of the Bells. Absolutely badass. Never forget that. It was one of the best Christmas themes they've ever done for a video game. So if you've never seen the opening of that, Jedi, check that shit out. Because I know you're not big on video games. The Batman menu screen for Batman Origins has a kick-ass version of Carol of the Bells. They just completely Batmanized it. Okay, anyway, here's the rundown. So this is here are the deets. Hopefully this will explain some stuff. The individual operating or individuals under the moniker CyberLeak has been responsible for an ongoing wave of Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks. They refer to themselves as We, and as of August 24, 2026, Rockstar Games and parent company Take-Two Interactive have not publicly identified or unmasked the individual or group. Based on watermark gameplay clips, the leaker appears to have direct access to a recent playable build of GTA 6 on PC, which isn't going to be out for another year. That has led many to believe that the PC version is finished, it's done, it's been polished. The only problem is Sony has paid multiple millions of dollars to keep the PC version locked away for one solid year, so it has, in a way, exclusivity. Yes, the game is coming out on Xbox, but more copies will get sold on PlayStation, and they know it as long as the PC version does not drop at the same time. Many have accused Sony of doing this and using the game's release as an excuse, again, to say, hey, we don't need physical media because that's how leaks happen. Even though this is happening with a all digital version of the game. These individuals operate via a dedicated website alongside associated cryptocurrency channels to host links, release text updates, and organize community polls. Their motives are anti-digital push, demanding physical disc releases, permanent offline playability, fallback states, which means that, hey, if the digital only bullshit ends, then you can still play the game whether the servers are on or not. They are demanding that publishers stop blocking content behind day one DLC or charging extra for content already contained in the base files, which, as we know, they are charging a $100 price tag if you want the full game unlocked. If you don't, they're like, well, here's half a game. So you can have half a game without all the goodies, or you can have a game with all the goodies. Either way, you're going to download the exact same game. We are in a physical media war. Thank you, Pops. Absolutely. Pops and me have gone over this over and over and over again. Yes, and DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks are getting more and more expensive, especially the used ones. You're starting to be able to get $4 or $5 again for a used DVD. $10-12 for a Blu-ray. I mean, they're selling that brand new in Walmart. The problem is you just can't find any of the ones you want because they're just not carrying shit and they want to get rid of their stock. So they're lowballing everything.
And they want to control you.
In order to control you and say, hey, you know what? If you bought this, it doesn't really matter. You don't own it. So if not owning anything, how can you steal something if you can't own it in the first place?
It just makes no sense what they're trying to do to people. I know what they're trying to do, but it's just people, until everybody says, no, we're not buying it, and they start getting hit in the wallets, then they're not going to stop. They're going to push and push and do what they want to do until people say, no, I'm not buying something that I can't physically own. When you go to a restaurant, you don't order your Chinese food or your meal and you get a plate of empty food saying, in here, let us have your money, but yet you're not getting the real food. You know, it just makes no sense. We're going to give you an empty plate and tell you that's your dish. You know, and we're going to give you a code. You'll have to get out of here. You go into a store, you buy something, it should be yours. Period. You're making a transaction. You're giving them money. They're giving you a piece of material that you've purchased at a said price. And then they throw in all these, they move the goalposts. And the American people and whoever's into the gaming, and I know a lot of you gentlemen are, to me, if I was at that point and I was deep into it, I'm out. As soon as they start taking away from me what I want, like the day I go into a store and I can't buy a DVD or something, I'm going to be really mad. I mean, and it's coming. I know those days are coming. That's why I buy as much as I can when I'm out and about. Even if I'm not fond of the movie, crazy over it, but if it's science fiction and it's old and I know they're going to, you buy it, grab it. And if you don't use it, find someone that will, because they're not going to be around much longer.
And Mark makes a really good point. If it exists, it can be argued. And it is. It is being argued left, right, and center. Why?
Pirated.
People don't want to deal with this bullshit.
Nope.
CyberLeaks released footage from inside a GTA strip club, rewarding observers after they pumped up his crypto coin past a 3 million market cap. Footage is nothing especially scandalous, but using binoculars, we get a look at the quality of some of the NPC models' faces, which are quite good. A new clip has a car driving around with what appears to be gasoline in its bed, resulting in an instant death crash with some odd physics and sound effects. Remember, none of these are finished builds, and the game is still being polished as we speak ahead of the release. A lot of people are saying this is a year-old build. So the build he's playing is about a year old. And this is what you were going to get in 2025. So if the game had released in 2025, like it was supposed to, this is the version people are assuming you would have gotten. Appears to be a reference to an actual real-life event that happened years ago where a video game captured a man filling up the bed of his truck with gasoline. It sounds like Arwen playing Fortnite. At one point, a specific clip is released in which Jason says he got to take a leak. The latest clip is a very high-quality piece of footage shot from an airplane by City. One of the clips has a message for Jason to return to Lucia, which is his girlfriend in the game, which you will also be able to play. The first reference to the other playable character Many wonder why there has been no footage of her yet. The theory being that CyberLeak is still early-ish in the game before she is actually playable. You have actually seen her play. So that came out as we were sleeping in the middle of the night. So I wish y'all had this much passion for shit that actually matters. We do. We're just talking about this morning because shit happens. The longest stretch of time without a CyberLeaks leak was about 24 hours. Everybody thought he was getting taken down. They are doing DMCA takedowns from people that are even talking about this, which means that this morning, if Rockstar wants to, they could come in here, shut us down, and YouTube would bend over, spread its ass cheeks, and let them. That is what is happening with this crap. Torrents are going to be on fire. Physical copies continue to go bye-bye. Yes, absolutely. You can just get them somewhere else. If there's no physical, there will be people that circumvent all this horse shit and just get it the way they want it. We're already doing that with movies. We're already doing that with TV series. We're already watching movies before they even leave the theater without dealing with any of the nonsense. Just arg. You're signing a digital agreement, Darth Haster, so you are renting it in exchange for a few dollars. Therefore, you can be held liable for borrowing it if caught. You can't sell digital games. You can't resell digital games. You can't get them out of your library unless you delete your library and your account. Which, God, after spending the amount of money a lot of these people do, why would you? The fact that they can just take your entire library and brick your system without any warning is madness. How much money are people spending on these consoles? I'm going to tell you, upwards of $1,000. So you're spending over $1,000 to get a console, not a computer, but a console that they can just switch off and never let you turn back on again. You're paying thousands of dollars for content that they can just take away and go, too bad you agreed to this. The new terms of service for Sony are insane. You will own nothing and like it. It couldn't be any clearer. It couldn't be any queerer. You will own nothing and like it.
Hey, Adega, good to see you, sir.
$80 is not a rental fee. $80 is not a rental fee. That's right.
It's corporate greed. This is what it really comes down to. Them wanting to control, and then they want to take our money. And then after they take your money, they're going to say, even though we've got your money, we're going to tell you how to play your game, when, and what you can do. This is like,
they're already doing that. So,
yeah, as you said.
I'm not going to go too far into the WWE bullshit, but WWE 2K26 they force you to play the game the way they want. And when people were circumventing that and playing it in a way they didn't want them to play it, they literally patched it so you couldn't do what people were doing.
Yeah.
And play the game the way they wanted. They monitor what apps you have on your computer. I am not shitting you. 2K26 monitors what apps you have on your computer. It can go, no, we're not starting the game because you have this app on your computer.
Yeah, fuck them.
I am not shitting you. It's in the terms of service for these companies. Don't just TLDR these motherfuckers and don't read it.
Read that shit.
Read what they have access to. They have access to your computer. They have access to your hard drive. They have access to your documents. They have access to your videos. They have access to your chat logs. They have access to everything you do on your PC. This is why I do not use Discord anymore and why I do not use these other services.
Led me right into that. You led me right into the Discord. Yeah. If you're wise, folks, not to mention that Discord is a predator magnet. It's Discord's crap. Like, they're into all your shit. They're looking at your shit constantly, and I refuse to put that app on my phone or on my computer.
Because they can look at whatever you do. They can track
Exactly.
everything you do.
Bad enough,
Part-
they know enough.
Know
Less
enough
is more
what?
in my case.
Less is
Sorry.
more.
Yeah.
And part of the reason why you're gonna see people getting 9 kinds of shit over this is Rockstar's already subpoenaed Discord, Microsoft, all this shit to go through all your chat logs. Anyone that even mentions Grand Theft Auto, see who you are, where you live, what you do, and what you have on your pages. That's none of their business.
Yeah.
That's none of their business to get into your Discord and look at all your shit. Well, Loki, if you're hiding, no, it's a matter of privacy. And if Discord is just going to bend over and open its ass cheeks, don't get on Discord. And you agree to all that when you sign up. Exactly. So just don't.
Yeah.
Discord knows all your secrets, Putin. Discord can scan your PC too and look at what you're doing, how often you're doing it, because it has the ability to look at your processes. Anything that can dig into the processes of your computer can change things in the process of your computer. You give it that access when you install it. So good luck with all the bullshit.
Yeah.
This is going beyond gaming. This is the gaming company saying you have no rights. You own nothing. You have no rights to be private. You have no right to privacy. You have no right to anything. And Sony just made it worse. How did Sony just make it worse? Sony just updated their terms of service and said, number one, you own nothing and you will like it. Number two, if we decide for any reason whatsoever to close your account, you have no recourse. You have no recourse to sue us. You have no recourse to get your money back. If we decide we don't want you on our platform, on our game console, we'll just remove you. Oh, and by the way, all those clips that you PlayStation junkies out there are like, oh my God, I'm going to get on and I'm going to play my game. I'm going to play Ghost of Yotai. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to broadcast it to Twitch and YouTube. Sony owns those clips. Oh, but Loki, no. I monetized and I did this and I did that and I play video games. No, bitch. Every frame Sony owns. They just allow you to do what you do. All they have to do is issue one DMCA takedown, and that's your ass of your channel. Why? Because apparently I'm getting a craft ad. Jesus, this website sucks. Go away. Go away.
They're trying to sell you buns.
They're trying to sell me buns. Hey, Jedi, check out those buns.
Nah,
Did you ever see that? It's an old ass movie with James Belushi, Taking Care of Business.
Taking care of business. I think it sounds familiar.
So he's like a convict that escapes jail to see a Cubs game or some shit, right? And he gets this guy's Filofax. Remember Filofaxes? Holy shit, Filofaxes.
Yeah.
And impersonates this rich prick, right? And this guy works for an ad company. Well, he's on the phone and they're like, hey, buddy, we need the new Hostess Bakery ad. And he's like, hey, Phil, Ed, check out those buns. And the next thing you know, there's a freaking like sign on the side of the road with this chick with her butt out, holding the buns. And it's like, hey, check out those buns. That's the new ad, right? And I'm like, you don't get this shit anymore. This is brilliant. Check out those buns. That's right. That's right. It's a peach. It's a peach. Would you like a peach? Oh, is DJ here? What is up, Peach?
Ronnie.
I see. It makes sense. For audio recording, but sometimes it takes me less steps for me to just remove the video track after recording with OBS. Yeah? Oh, yeah. Just split it. Just split it. Split the audio and the video. Anyway, okay, so this is all led, the TOS and the you own nothing and all this shit has led to this boycott that's apparently happening. It started yesterday. My PlayStation 5 is unplugged and put up. It's part of the renovation I'm in the middle of doing around here. That is put up and boxed. I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to deal with their tomfoolery, their insanity,
don't
their
blame you.
bullshit. So the PlayStation 5's boxed. I've got a PS4 Pro. I've got a PS3. I've got a PS2. I don't have to be online with that shit. I've got a PS1. I've got plenty. If I want to play a console, I don't have to play the newest console. And I don't have to buy your digital nonsense. Just don't play. It's that simple. Don't get on. Don't play. If you're
Don't give them the
pissed
money.
and you want to send a message to Sony, this is the best message you can send. And for all of these soy boy, taint licking, deep throating Sony boys, Sony ponies that are like, this won't do anything, continue to gargle the balls of the company that absolutely does not have your best interest. And when it turns around and bends you over and spreads those cheeks, I will be sitting there laughing my ass off going, I told you so. Well, you're like, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Oh, yeah, they're Call of Duty and you right in the duty hole.
And they're not going to have a jar of any kind of lubricant either. They're going in dry.
With a whole big jar of mayonnaise.
Mayo. Goods
Yeah.
mayonnaise.
I use my PS5 to play maybe 5 digital games. All are free, and one I use to BS with friends. Fortnite. How many people play Fortnite? You're not going to get a physical edition of Fortnite. And there, catch up. Fucking catch up. Hey, Loki, check out those buttons. This website. God, Polygon, get your shit together. So this started yesterday. It's going to go on for a week. There are people saying it needs to go on for longer than that. Sony's basically saying we're no more physical games. We're not going to give you any more physical games. Everything's going to be all digital. PS6, no disc drive. You're not going to be able to play your movies. You're not going to be able to. Oh, you want to play a disc? Watch Netflix. You want to watch a movie? Watch Netflix. You want to watch a movie? Use Fandango. All those 4K discs you got that we've been selling you for a decade, worthless, because we're not going to give you any more consoles that have disc drives.
So if you have a Blu-ray player, a 4K player, hang on to your stuff. You keep keep your stuff in good condition. I mean,
there are 2 factories still making 4K players. I believe Philips is one of them. I might be wrong about that. So don't jump down my throat. Damn it, Loki. Philips doesn't make shit. Maybe it's LG. I don't know. But I know there's just 2 factories making 4K players still. That's a problem. There's only that Warner Brothers is getting out of the disc game. They don't want to make discs anymore.
They're going to be expensive too.
Yeah.
I need to stock up on BDXL drives. There are Blu-ray drives I heard for PCs now that actually are compatible. I mean,
yes.
That's one of my next things down the road is to get a Blu-ray player. So I got Lost in Space on Blu-ray, and I would love to do some shorts in Blu-ray, really crisp. I mean, my high definition set's good, but I would love to get my hands on a Blu-ray player for my my PC down the road. That's definitely something I'm looking at.
Yeah, but anyways, nothing has disc drives. Your PC doesn't have disc drives.
Nope. I have an external Asus I use right now to make my content, to make my shorts.
Oh yeah.
I have 2 of them. I have an LG and Asus too, a backup one, God forbid.
But you can add that. And the arguments against this are shockingly dumb, saying that a PC is exactly like a console, so why are you bitching? I can add a disk drive to my PC. My PC doesn't just play games. I work on it too. I edit content all the time. I edit content for other people. I get paid to edit content for other people. So my PC, yes, can play games. Yes, I had to get a disk drive for it because it didn't come with one. But the whole point is that I can modify, enhance, and use my PC for what I want. If you're telling me I need to pay $1,000 for a console that isn't going to give me what I want and that you can just shut off, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to blow over $1,000 on something that you can snap your fingers and say, we don't feel like you should have access to this anymore. That's you're lifelong renting a console.
It's bullshit. You're spending, what are you paying? $600, $700, $1,000 for these things right now?
$1,000 for these things.
You're
And
paying
I was going to get the see-through green Xbox. Now they it's going to be over $1,000 for the anniversary one. I'm like, I'm sorry, I've got an Xbox One X in there, Series X. I've got one. It's the one that came out with Halo Infinite. So it's the Starfield Infinite Xbox One X. I don't need another one because not for $1,000. If it was $600 like it was last year, sure, okay, I'll get the see-through green design, the anniversary edition. But I'm not going to pay $1,000 for a console I already own. It's just not going to happen.
Ironcast makes a good point. You're good.
Yeah. You've got to have a reason to do that. This is why PlayStation's going, hey, we're not going to come out with our games anymore on PC. We're just not. What they've done already is all they're going to do. And they can do it easily. It is a lot easier for them to do this than they pretend. Anyone able to blow $1,000 on this shit has tolerable life problems. Just saying. I can't justify it, Padre. I can't.
I wouldn't throw my money at that. No.
You know, I used to be able, so I could take the console if I really wanted the 25th anniversary. I could have taken the console I had in there, sold it for $300, and spent another $300 on a new one. Okay, I can kind of see the justification for that if it's a very special edition. I've got all of the Halo Xboxes. This will be the first Halo Xbox, and it's technically it is and it isn't, but this will be the first one I'm just like, no buy. I'm not going to buy it. I've got 2 360s that are Halo editions because they're Halo editions. I've got the original see-through green. I've got 2 of those. I've got one that's open that I play with. I've got one that's in the box that I don't. I'm not going to spend that much more money. And if Sony thinks I'm going to buy a fucking console that doesn't have a disc drive, that can't play my movies for over $1,000, they are smoking crack.
I'd love to get my hands on a, like, I see those old Atari 6400s or whatever they sell with the emulate, you just plug it in, the games are preloaded. I'd be happy with a gadget just like that just to play Space Invaders, Missile Command. Those old games I find fun. These new games that you guys play, I've like popped in on some streams, watched Mario Kart here and there and seen other people game. I wouldn't know which buttons to press. You guys, I see you guys play these games, and I remember when the controller you had like maybe a directional button and 2 A and B buttons.
Dude, I go back to one button here and a stick.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
What we had in Atari was one button.
Exactly. You didn't have to worry about slide on the keyboard. You got A, up, down, B. I tried to do that shit with Quake one time. I wanted to pick my damn keyboard up and throw it out the window. I was like, I can't do this. I mean, I don't know if younger generation, you guys have just got the dexterity to do that stuff, and I just didn't do it. But we started out, you had the Pong, then you had friggin' Atari, then Activision, and then so on and so forth. And then they turned something very pure and very nice into a money grab and a control thing. And it's
Yes.
sad how it evolved from just making great games so people can buy them and have a great time to where they want to get their hands in your wallet and in your personal life to the point where they control what you're doing on your game. It is disgusting. It really frustrates me.
Shellback, are you coming to the convention in Dallas? Let us know. Let us know if you're coming to the convention in Dallas next month. I didn't know if you were or you weren't, but just let me know. If you really want like an old school console. One second. There's all kinds of shit hidden around this room. I'm not shitting you.
I mean, the stuff. Wow, look at that. The classic Super Nintendo. That's the one I used to have. Oh my God. Is that preloaded?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on.
Oh my God. Those are beautiful. What are
So
those
this
emulators
is
go for
this
nowadays?
is not this is the one I have that's unopened. I have no idea what these go for now.
You got Legend of Zelda on there and everything. Wow.
Well, I can mod this. So I used to make these and sell these where I would mod it and put like every Nintendo game and Super Nintendo game there is out there and then eBay them. But this is the last one that I've got. Shelly, if you want something like this, he says, no, I'm not traveling for a while. Let me know. And I will see about, because I know a couple places where you can find used ones. As long as it works, I can overwrite the memory on the system, and we can put like every Super Nintendo and every Nintendo game on there for you. So I still have that NES too. I'm not sure if I want to mod mine. I can already play everything on the devices I have. Yeah, as long as you can do that. Like, I mean, that's pretty much where I am. I got from the point where I was like mod to I've got everything on my PC. So why does it matter? Basically, all it matters from is if you want to sit down and feel like you're actually playing the old game, play it. So.
The one you just showed me, Loki, I looked on eBay. They're $129.99.
Yeah, I think they sold for like $100. So it's not bad if it's authentic
condition. It's
yeah.
Authentic. It's right here. Super Nintendo NES Mini Classic Edition control deck. Is that what you have? The mini control deck, gray limited edition. Nintendo 64 Super NES Classic Edition, $129. Free delivery in the United States. And then they have another one.
N64.
And then it says, it's got the Nintendo brand new Nintendo 64 Nintendo Super NES Classic Edition. It looks like the old console, but it's I guess it's got the 64 games in it too. I'm unless I'm misreading this. I'm looking at a few different ones.
That might have different guts in it.
Yeah.
Mark says all I'm saying is someone here helped me finish getting all the missing images for my Commodore 64 after I modded it. I wonder who that could be. I wonder who could have possibly done that.
I don't know what
assuming you're authenticity, yeah. Assuming authenticity, assuming they're real and they're unopened and they've never been played before. Yeah. And yeah, I used to make Raspberry Pi. So I made Raspberry Pis before this. Before I found these. These are really easy to mod though. So this is basically like I plug in a cord. I just copy an image and everything's done. The old Raspberry Pis were a little more technical. So, but I used to make little boxes. I used to make the little Raspberry Pi boxes that you just hooked up an Xbox controller to and played. I don't use the cloud, so I have a single point of failure for my data. I don't use the cloud either. I hate that shit. I don't even want my phone uploading like that. It's like, yeah, we cannot sync your text messages. And I was like, yeah, that's the whole point. I do not want you copying all my shit constantly. I wonder who did that. I know, Mark. I know. It's so weird. Who knows? Who knows how it happened or why it happened? It just happened. Mark loved his Commodore 64. Why would you hold back all of that? Sony doesn't care about the PS1. Sony doesn't care about the PS2. Sony doesn't care about the PS3 shit. They only care about what's happening now. They don't care that 8 years ago they said, hey, we're never going to stop making physical games. We have heard you. We know what you want. You want physical games. We're going to sell you physical games. And then they turn around one console generation later and say, we're not going to sell you physical games
anymore. Nope. And it's a shame. It's a shame because, you know, it's a form of, to me, it's, I'm not trying to be political. It's as you said, it's a control thing. It's a serious control thing. And Keely Chow, it's coming soon to a theater near you, September 9th. You are going to be witnessing to the massacre in Seattle, Keely Chow, and your Falcons.
Are y'all talking foosball?
I had to say that to him because he's been riding me like a worse than a horse getting ridden at the Kentucky Derby about this for the past month.
Now. We are not in cotton form. There will be no horse riding or any of that shit in here. Okay. Do not get Shellback excited with talks of
we don't want to get Shellback excited. The sock might wake up.
I don't need a Commodore. I played Oregon Trail and Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego enough. I always liked Where in Time. Where in Time was my favorite. Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. Oregon Trail's fun too. I actually like the best Oregon Trail I thought I ever played was the one that used full motion video. So it had FMV scenes where people were actually dressed up like pilgrims and shit. And
wow.
Yeah. So everything was like actors instead of it being, all pixels. So when you go into a town, you actually saw your damn caravan coming into town because they recorded that shit.
See, now you've done it. Shellback. The sock's taking over. There he goes.
Did someone say horse?
No, I don't see a ginger horse anywhere.
And yeah, Ironcaster, I love that era of gaming. FMV era of gaming, Command and Conquer, all that shit was just it was great, man. It was so
we were playing Quake.
Good.
Quake was fun for a while there once I finally learned how to use it a little bit.
There is a scene from Quake 4 that I got a strike for really early on YouTube. So it's the scene where you're like strapped to that medical bed and they're cutting pieces off your body to replace it with cybernetics.
Yeah.
And you just like the guy in front of you, they just run a saw through and he's like right down the middle. And you're almost there, and it's like cuts one of your arms off, cuts the other arm off, replaces it with like cybernetic parts, and you keep going down the assembly line. YouTube was seriously like gore and violence, blah 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 blah.
Oh, back in the day, those games.
I'm like, shit, that was one of the first intros I ever made. Is I used that like as an opening, and that was back in the Star Trek days.
They're training young drone operators. These games, some of these military games, that's what they're looking to recruit in some of these branches.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Big time nerds to fly these drones and You know, the dexterity. I mean, it's not to say that these games don't have some advantage with manual dexterity and hand-eye coordination, but it's still mind rot for some people.
Someone created a browser-based version of Star Trek Borg in the Klingon game. Go to GOG. I know you can't get the Klingon game on GOG. Just look up Abandonware Klingon Academy, if that's the one you want. There's another Klingon game that is on there, but not Klingon Academy, if that's the one you're talking about. But you can play. There is an Abandonware version of Klingon Academy you can download and play. They're just never going to do, because the rights are all screwed up. So Interplay doesn't own the rights for Klingon Academy. So if you have the disc version, which I do in the box, that's pretty much like the Abandonware version is all you're ever going to get. But you can find a lot of the old Star Trek games on GOG. Star Trek Armada, Star Trek Armada 2, Star Trek Voyager, Starfleet Command, all that shit, Star Trek Judgment Rights, Star Trek Anniversary Edition, all that shit's on GOG. So if you like the old Star Trek point and click adventures, just go to GOG. If you want the FMV games for Star Trek, like Starfleet Academy, that's on there. It's just Klingon Academy is not. I think that's one of the only ones that's not, because they just don't have the rights to it. A full RoboCop treatment. Yeah, well.
Or Darth Vader. It sounded like him being on the table and chopping limbs off and reattaching them. It's either Darth Vader, RoboCop. You could combine, pick your poison there. Someone's getting reconstructed.
Star Trek OS has combat correct. Ships are not even a single range when attacked. Oh, in sight range when attacked.
I'm going to
that Star Trek Anniversary has got one of the craziest combat systems in any of the games. But it's fun, and it's TOS. So, you know, I remember when I got the sound pack for that, I thought it was so friggin' fun, because you could actually hear people talking and you could hear the intro music and all that shit, where it was just digital blah blah nonsense before that. Sound blasters made everything better and then disappeared. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Big thank you to Jedi Master for popping in here and covering Zero.
Anytime. What? I'm always available.
All right. I don't know if Zero will be back next week. I know that I've got eye surgery here in like an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm going to get out of here. Wish me luck. They're Clockwork Oranging me.
Praying for you, man. Shoot me a text if you're able to, when you know, let me know how you
If I can see. I couldn't see.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you're able to, yeah.
So,
yeah. But
hopefully you guys have a great Monday. And I hope I will see you Wednesday. I hope I will see you Wednesday. I'm not kidding.
I'll be praying. Everybody prays out for Loki.
God help
and and smash the like button on your way out, guys.
Smash the like. Yeah, they got to do both eyes. They got to do both eyes. But the right eye is not nearly as bad as the left eye, but it's getting there. So they've got to work on both eyes. So thank you guys so very much for your prayers. Y'all take care. Kick ass, take names, chew bubble gum, be great, be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great Monday, everybody. See ya. Go and tuck and roll.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.